Welcome back to my channel Technical Tutorials, and in this video we will see authorization and transaction posting flow. So let's start. First we'll see the table of content that what we are going to see in this video. First we'll see introduction to authorization. Second one is checks needs to be done before the transaction posting. Then authorization flow, types of transaction, ISO 8583 message, then message type indicator and important data elements which are there. So first one is introduction to authorization. So in cards and payment domain, authorization is process of checking if transaction or card transaction can be approved before a money is sent or money is taken from customer's account. So authorization will be process in which merchant asks customers bank to approve a transaction, debit transaction or credit transaction. The bank will confirm that account is active, account is having sufficient balance in that to complete this transaction. And this process is often paired with authentication, which verifies the identity of customer to ensure the transaction posting. Then, which are the checks that needs to be done before the transaction posting? So, first one will be the account number and card number that is correct. Then, if account or card is having any block code, then all mandatory fields in ISO message type indicator is available or not. Then, card status, card should not be hot stand stolen or card should not be fraud. Then the card expiry date, limit checks, velocity checks, then PIN and CV verification will be there. Then card usage will be there. In card usage, uh, if we can see like international and domestic transaction are available to post or not, or any contactless e-com transaction, domestic transaction are approved or not, that will check in card usage. Uh, so these are the checks that need to be done before the transaction posting. Then we are having the actual transaction flow. So let's take example. You went to the food store where you want to swipe your card on merchant POS machine. So what will do? You will swipe your card at merchant POS machine. Merchant will send this transaction detail to his acquirer bank or merchant bank. Merchant bank will forward this card information to the payment scheme like Visa, Mastercard. Visa Mastercard will identify the issuer bank based on the BIN, and it will send to the issuer bank. Issuer bank will turn certain checks on that transaction account like the card number, the expiry date, CVV, transaction amount, and account status will be checked. Then type of transaction which we are posting, it is allowed or not, that checks will done by issuer bank. Issuer bank will check is there any block code on that account is having sufficient balance to post that transaction. All this verification is done by issuer bank. If issuer bank will decide to approve or reject the transaction, if the transaction is approved with the same flow, issuer bank will send this detail to the payment scheme like Visa and Mastercard. Visa and Mastercard will send this detail to acquirer bank, and acquirer bank will show that response in merchant POS machine that transaction is approved or declined, and cardholder will receive the payment receipt. So this is the basic transaction flow. Next, we are having type of transaction we can post. First one is financial transaction, and second one is non-financial transaction. In financial transaction, we can post the goods and service. We can do cash transaction, cash withdrawal, then sales cashback. We can do return, reversal, and refer transaction. We can do fund transaction. These all are the financial transaction. Next, we are having the non-financial transactions, which consist the balance inquiry to check your account balance, and the second one is pin change. So, in non-financial transaction, we can do the pin change as well. Next, we are having ISO 8583. So ISO 8583 is international standard for the financial transaction which is originated by the credit card or debit card, and it is an international organization for standardization for the system that exchange the electronic transaction initiated by the cardholders using payment cards like a credit card or debit card. In ISO 8583, we are having three parts. First one is the message type indicator, second one is the bitmap, and third one will be the data elements. So, what ISO 8583 defines is how financial transaction data is structured and transmitted between different parties, like from POS to acquirer, acquirer to issuer, or card network to issuer during the process, like authorization or reversal or financial statement. Next, we are having the message type indicator, that is MTI, which is four digit in sign and which indicate overall function of the message. So if you can see this diagram for four digit MTI, the first digit indicates the version of ISO 8583. So 0 is for 1987, 1 is for 1993, and 2 is for the 2003. Then the second bit represent the purpose of message, like the transaction posted is authorization transaction, financial transaction, or file update, or reversal, or reconciliation, or admin or network. So the purpose of this message, then third digit or third bit will define the function of message, like it is request or it is response or it is advice or it is advice response. And the fourth and last digit will define the source, like it is from the issuer bank or it is from the acquirer bank. So this is the MTI. Let's take one example for MTI. So I have took one MTI, that is 0110. Let's see the each position what it indicates. So position 1 is having value as 0, which indicates the version of ISO 8583. The position 2, which is having value 1, which show the class of message, it is authorization message. So if you see this diagram for 1, it is having authorization, so that's why the one value in second position is defined authorization message. Third digit is function of message, which is having value 1, and the last digit is from where we got this issuer or acquirer. In this case, it is from the acquirer bank. Next, we are having bitmap. So in ISO 8583, bitmap or subfield within message, which indicates whether other data elements are present or not in that. So it is bitmap, and the map that tells which data elements are present in the message. Next, we are having data element. So data element are individual fields carrying the transaction information. So there are up to 128 data elements specified in original transaction, that is version of 1987, and up to 192 elements are there in later release. So this is the data elements. Now let's see what are the important data elements are there. So data element 2 is for PAN number, data element 3 is for processing code, data element 4 is for transaction amount, data element 14 is for card expiry date, data element 20 is POS entry mode, then 35 is track 2, track 3 data, then 37 is retrieval reference number, 39 is response code. Then 45 is track 1 data. 04 is transaction amount, 52 is pin block, and 55 is for ISC data. So for the data element 39, which is for the reason code. So if we are getting reason code as 00, that means the transaction is approved. 01 is for refer to card issuer. Then 02 is for refer to issuer special in special condition. The third one is invalid merchant. 404 is a pickup card. So like that we are having different data elements and its values.